Hey there, and welcome to the Beehive State. Yes, welcome to Utah. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you why Salt Lake City may be a great fit for you if you are thinking about making a move. And let's hop into it right now. Mariah Curla here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your very first time here. I'm a licensed and active real estate agent here in Utah, and this channel is literally everything you need to know about eating, working, playing, sleeping, and living here in Utah. If that's of interest to you, consider subscribing down below and make sure you tap that bell for notifications so you're notified every week we drop a new video. We hear from people like you all the time who are looking to make a move, who are looking to relocate, buy, sell, build a property here in Utah, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move in a week, in a month, or even a year from now, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. My team and I would love to help you out. Also, if you do want a copy of our free Moving to Salt Lake City, Utah guide, comment down below the word guide, and we'd love to send that over to you. So you've been thinking about making a move. Maybe you've been out here a time or two to Salt Lake City, and now you're like, you know what? The time is right. I am feeling it. We're moving forward. And some of the things that I wanted to share with you today are reasons why my family and I decided to move to Salt Lake City, and why many of my clients have decided to move here. So let's just break down. And some of these things, you might watch this video after and you might go, you know what? I'm so glad I watched this video, because maybe Salt Lake is not the right place for you. Or maybe this kind of solidifies things and you're like, actually, I think this is the perfect place. So I think of Salt Lake City as kind of an outdoor paradise. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. My family and I've got 4 kids. I feel like ever since we moved from San Diego about 4.5 years ago here to Utah, my family, we've had a house out here for quite some time. And every time we'd come out here, my kids were always just like, I feel like we just party every time we come to Utah. We're just active. We just are doing so many things. And with that being said, there are so many things for families to do here in Utah that, again, when we were in San Diego, we loved going to the beach. Like, that was kind of the thing that we did, is we'd go to the beach. But after a certain amount of time, you're like, okay, great. The beach is great, and going to the zoo is awesome, and doing some of these things, you're like, that's awesome. And it still is great. And we love San Diego. However, day-to-day living for us and our family here, having, 4 kids, and there's a family of 6 of us. And so going and doing different things in and around Salt Lake just feels easier. I could be totally wrong, but it's funny because a lot of families that I've helped move here to Salt Lake, they're like, Mariah, I don't know, like everything just seems closer. It seems easier to get there. The cost of living is more affordable for some. It depends on, again, this is all about perspective, depends on where you're coming from. The education has been phenomenal. My kids go to a charter school, and the different activities and the different, things that they get to do there, the curriculum, I am blown away by a lot of the curriculum that they have, the different instructors. Here's a great example. Every single class at my kids' school not only has the primary teacher, but they also have a full-time instructional assistant there as well. And the class sizes are anywhere from 19 kids to 25 kids. I don't know about where your kids are going to school, but the class sizes where we were coming from were way bigger than that. And you didn't have like a full-time instructional assistant as well. So just a small little snapshot of some of those things. But the education has been phenomenal. That sporting, it depends on what you're looking for. But there are so many different soccer leagues. If your kids are into gymnastics, if they're into basketball, if they're into volleyball, how about baseball? How about skiing? There are ski teams in Utah for kids. My kids thought that was like the coolest thing. They meet and a bus will take them, and you can go to ski school. Like, you can send your kids to ski school, and you don't even have to go to ski school if you don't want to. You can send them on the bus and they can go with a group. And a lot of the different resorts do this. A lot of the different communities have these different things too within the sports and recreation centers. So families, activities, lots in the way to do for that. Also, speaking of activities, outdoor recreation. If you like to live an active lifestyle, Utah may be the perfect fit for you. Winter, you've got so many different things to do during winter time, whether it's inside indoors or outdoors, Utah really has it figured out pretty well. I remember when we moved here and I thought, oh no, it's snowing. Like what are the kids going to do indoors, or what are they? I'm telling you, I have never seen so many phenomenal recreation centers that have indoor swimming, indoor slides, indoor pickleball courts, indoor tennis courts, indoor volleyball courts, indoor basketball. I mean, if you like, everything kind of will move from outdoor to indoor and indoor from outdoor, and it's very, very seamless. There's indoor running tracks. So many things, but then the outdoors, there's so much to do here too. So if you're into skiing, if you're into snowboarding, if you're into snowshoeing, that could keep you busy all winter long. I know a lot of people that are into snowmobiling and they do that. I know people that are into ice fishing. Summertime, if you're into kayaking, canoeing, golfing, are into a lot of those different outdoor activities, there are so many things to do in Utah for that. Let's move right on. I know we talked about family friendly. I know we talked about outdoor activities, indoor activities. Next on the list is strong sense of community. One of the things that I know when we moved here, we just thought, gosh, everybody seems so nice. In terms of, you're at the grocery store, people are actually, the checkers are actually talking and holding a conversation and how are you? And people are, the manners, people are holding the door open for you and asking you, how are things, and genuinely seem to care. So the strong sense of community, the different running races, the different biking races, the different community events that seems like every single city has their own kind of like festival or days, they call it, like Swiss days or Highland Fling or Alpine days, or there's just so many different festivals and events for each community. So strong sense of community here in Salt Lake. Also, another thing is the job market. There are a lot of jobs, and I know, this is a hard time right now for many people with the job market, but Utah still has a strong job market and still has low unemployment rates. So depending on what your profession is and, what your trades are, Utah has a strong job market. There's also the Silicon Slopes in Lehi, which is known as the tech industry. So a lot in the way of jobs here in Utah. Another thing, if you are into the arts, if you're into culture and music and all of that, Salt Lake has some incredible, the Utah Symphony is unbelievable. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has their famous Tabernacle Choir that is at Temple Square. You've got so many different youth choirs. You've got adult choirs. You've got just a lot in the way of culture and arts here in Utah, which is a big draw for many people too. Another thing that people like here, again, cost of living is relative. Utah used to be considered an affordable state to live in. Now it has become less affordable with the price of housing, but relative to some, again, of the surrounding areas, I know families that are relocating here going, gosh, you know what? It's actually a lot more affordable for me to live here in Utah. They have a yard, they have different things that maybe they did not have in other areas that they were moving from. Also, another draw, people like living here in Utah simply because of the tax rate. Yes, the tax rate. Utah has a flat income tax, and it is 4.55%. And it is flat. So meaning whatever you make, everybody still pays 4.55% income tax. So that was income tax. Property tax is 0.5% if it is your primary residence. Yes, if it is your primary residence, it's 0.5%. So for some people moving here, they're like, that actually, taxes make a big deal. And, that adds up after time. Another thing people like is the low crime rate here and how clean it feels. A lot of people take pride in, just like I said, strong sense of community, but also taking care of the community. I can't tell you how many times I'll see people just walking and picking up trash or cleaning up different things. Like people are at a park and they're cleaning up after themselves. And it, like I said, it is clean, low crime rate, family friendly, lots to do in the way of outdoor recreation, lots to do in the way of indoor recreation, phenomenal education, great sense of, strong sense of community. So if this sounds like something that you know, are interested in or wanting to find out more, my team and I help people like you all the time, and we absolutely love it. So feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. And if you do want a copy of that free Moving to Salt Lake City, Utah guide, comment down below the word guide, GUIDE, and I'd love to send that over to you. Wishing you a fantastic rest of your day and week, and we'll chat with you soon. Take care and have a great one. Bye.